Oh my god, I fell into the ring with Sean. Oh no! And welcome to a new episode of Season Mode Sundays. Today we are going to be ending the year in SmackDown vs. Raw, hopefully as the Intercontinental Champion. Here we are backstage. What's going to happen to us? I'm afraid... Of course. Oh no, it's Christian again.
What the heck was that all about?
Of course, Christian attacks us backstage, presumably because he wants the Intercontinental Championship. He's been hounding us, I tell you, hounding us the whole time. Oh my god, it's McMahon.
I'd watch your back, pal. You're a marked man. How marked? Word is there's a $100,000 bounty on your head.
That voice line did not match the subtitles whatsoever. There you are. We were just talking about you. It seems like someone made you a marked man. So his line starts there. Anyway, 100,000 bounty on my head. Who made that bounty?
Mr. McMahon, it is absolutely inexcusable that someone would put a price on my champion's head. If he can't compete, Raw loses ratings and revenue.
A full investigation is underway, and I guarantee that we're going to figure out who put the price on your champion's head.
There's literally 6 people it could be, or 5 people it could be. Christian, Kane, Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit, Triple H. Take your bet.
In the meantime, I think it would be best for the champ to lay low for a few weeks until this settles down.
I'm a fighting champion, though, am I?
What? But
the ratings. Oh, Vince has made his point clear.
What I was going to say, is that sounds like a great idea, Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, that's you tell. So even though he said that I wasn't going to, like, I should be under the radar, right? I should not be on the show. I've been booked into a match against Triple H immediately. So I guess I'm on the show and there's not really much I can do about it. If I nail this final push though, it's going to push Triple H over and I'll get momentum. A lot of people don't like these mini games. There we are, the third push, taking him down. I'm going to hit him in the dick. Oh, never mind, I pressed the wrong button. Now I'm going to hit him in the dick. Yeah, a lot of people don't like these mini games for reasons, I guess. It does kind of maybe take away from a bit of the flow. You can turn them off in the settings if you so choose. They're not, I don't think they're personally that intrusive. I'm just going to keep hitting Triple H in the dick, apparently. The referee's not even going to disqualify him or disqualify me or anything. Okay, so now we're in dirty mode. I'm really curious to see how this works. Is it literally just a grapple? It is. It's just a grapple, and then you trigger a finishing move, which is that insane low blow, which takes Triple H down very slowly. And he's, oh, I didn't think he was going to get up from that. Oh, and a low blow from behind as well. So yeah, just doing the dirty finisher is going to be enough here to get the win. That is hilarious. I just destroyed Triple H's balls entirely. Saying that though, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, running to the ring in the aid of Triple H. Shawn with the chair, maybe looking to claim that however many dollar bounty, what was it, 100,000 or whatever. Wait a minute.
Mercenaries are fighting over who gets the bounty. The champion isn't some animal. He's a human being, damn it.
Dude, JR put his whole bossy into that commentary line. He's actually so good at commentary. Or he was. Okay, so Jericho rolling out the ring, taking advantage of the dissension between DX there. I was going to say I thought that maybe they were... I thought they were going to fight each other, but now they were fighting over the bounties, so... King suggests that maybe we're safer on SmackDown. Are we going to move over for a couple weeks to SmackDown then? Well, welcome to WWE SmackDown. Unexpectedly,
I'd like to introduce the newest member.
We've been moved over to SmackDown, which is really weird.
Raw's own Intercontinental Champion.
Do we carry the belt over to the show? Like, how is that going to work? Because SmackDown has the Intercontinental Championship, but here we are walking out, marching out with the Intercontinental Championship. So... does SmackDown now have 2 mid-card championships, or?
A little differently on SmackDown, and we're a little tougher than you're used to.
What does that mean?
For instance, here's something that your old GM didn't have the guts to say.
What is he gonna say?
If anyone on this show tries to claim any kind of bounty tonight, they'll be fined $150,000 and suspended for a month.
All right. I mean, that putting your foot down, that's a good rule. I like that.
So go and get ready, champ, because tonight's main event is a non-title match between you and Rey Mysterio.
Again, the title, how does that work? Can you tell me to defend my title? If Rey wins the IC title, does he move to Raw? How is that going to work? Is the US champion now being migrated over to Raw then? Have we swapped places? Like, how does this work here? Got a test of strength. The first correct button press wins best out of 3. So I got the first one, I got the second one, and that means that I get the win there against Rey. So it gives us just a very little kind of advantage here. We can deal some early damage to Rey. Interestingly, so this will be the second game that Rey Mysterio appears in. The first one probably is Here Comes the Pain. I'm pretty sure he's in Here Comes the Pain. And yeah, I like the gold. It's interesting to look at Rey from this time period because he actually has like considerably less tattoos. So there's like a lot of his character model. I guess his character model has updated over the years, but what I was actually meaning to say was that his real life body has had so many alterations. I mean, obviously also worth noting the fact that he has also bulked up. You know, when he left WWE, when did he leave WWE? 2013, 14? He clearly hit the gym. Like, he absolutely bulked up to the highest degree and was just like, got insanely buffed almost overnight. But we're gonna try and get an easy early win here against Mysterio. I don't know, I feel like does it hurt the body or okay, it hurts the body. God, it's hard to mash buttons to talk at the same time. Sometimes in these games when you do like a Boston Crab and stuff, it'll hurt the legs instead of the back or instead of the body, which is odd when you're playing these games and you never know what like body part to target. Jericho picks up the first win here on SmackDown against Rey Mysterio in a non-title match, and we're waving to the crowd because I guess we feel safe. Mysterio looking a little bit dejected, a little bit sad for himself, which is a shame. I'm in Kurt Angle's office now, so what's he got to say?
Main event match last week,
oh my god, he's talking about ratings again. Ratings this, ratings that.
Only one way to outdo it.
Put the title on the line.
Tonight's main event is a non-title match between you and John Cena.
Okay. John Cena actually did face Jericho in his like first month or so, right? I'm pretty sure that did happen. So we can do this.
And by the way, I am granting you the honor of representing SmackDown in a very special Survivor Series match this Sunday.
Wait, what? Survivor Series is already this Sunday? What is going on? And why are we representing SmackDown? We're a Raw superstar. Have we actually been transferred over, like legit?
After all, you can't defend your title on your own show. And if you're not in the pay-per-view, you won't get paid. Just sign on the dotted line.
Okay. Do I get a choice? I'm very confused over what this means and how the logistics of this. I guess I don't have much choice. I feel like I'm being screwed over here. I feel like...
Thanks, champ. Good luck out there tonight.
I feel like that contract is going to move me over to SmackDown permanently and vacate my IC title. I just have a feeling. But we'll see. Kurt wouldn't screw me over, right? Bischoff is the heel, maybe. I don't know. Our second match on SmackDown is against none other than the new prospect, new John Cena, I guess. I guess he kind of, this game has WrestleMania 20, so I guess he had been US champion probably by the time this game had come out. In fact, it definitely would have, because that arena's in the game, and that's when he won the US championship. Now, I guess that this game would have came out at the end of the year. I don't know the exact date again, but if I had to guess, it would have been the end of the year, October, November time, which means that he's probably getting close to fighting JBL for the undisputed WWE Championship on SmackDown at WrestleMania. So this is pretty close to main event title John Cena here. Actually, that is put him into red damage. That might be a 3 count. Nope. Okay. Well, that's fine because we have a finisher here. So we're going to go for the Walls of Jericho. He's a little close to the ropes for my liking, but that's okay because we'll still be able to make him tap, hopefully. The ropes, no, the ropes are quite far away. They looked closer than they actually were, but we're going to make him tap. If he doesn't tap here, oh my god, he's actually fighting back really hard. Okay, he did tap. I was going to say, if he didn't tap, then we would have pinned him, and we probably would have got the win off of that. But that means that we get another successful win here on SmackDown in a non-title match against John Cena. And now Kurt can presumably complain, or not complain, but he can brag about how amazing his ratings are. But before that, the boss has turned up. And what's Vince McMahon going to say?
That was a hell of a match, champ, but now I've got something important to say.
Gee, thanks. All right, bury the lead while you're at it, why don't you?
As you know, I've had my people trying to figure out who put the price on your head, and even I was shocked when they told me.
Oh no, was it Bischoff?
You see, it was Kurt Angle.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
He figured if it wasn't safe for you, you'd have to leave Raw, which would hurt Raw by taking one of their champions away.
Wow.
But I've since spoken to Eric Bischoff, champ, and you're hereby returned to Raw with a title match this Sunday at Survivor Series.
Okay, so who am I defending my title against then? Who is this? I have to assume this is Kurt Angle. It is Kurt Angle, and of course he has the contract that I've signed.
All right, I admit it. But Mr. McMahon, you're the last person who should criticize someone for being cutthroat.
I think he's duped me. I was right. I was right.
Before I came to work for you.
You know, you have a point there.
And it was worth it for this.
This being a contract with my signature on it.
A signed contract giving me the right to put that man right there in a match representing SmackDown this Sunday at Survivor Series.
Great. Isn't that fantastic?
You know, he's right.
You know what? As long as it is just a match, then I'm okay with that. If it's just one match at Survivor Series, I think I can live with that.
Between a rock and a hard place.
Because this conflict requires a final resolution, here's what we're going to do.
Please don't let it be like something, if I win the match, then I go to SmackDown. If I lose the match, I go to Raw, because I would like to stay on Raw. All of the season mode Sundays I've done so far have been on SmackDown, so I'd like to be on Raw for a little bit.
We're going to have a 6-man Hell in a Cell match for the title.
I did not fucking expect that. Where did that come from? Why am I facing 5 other people in a Hell in a Cell match?
A cross-brand Hell in a Cell match this Sunday for the title.
Oh, right. It's at the Survivor Series. So it's War Games. We're doing a War Games match, essentially.
And bragging rights.
Isn't that great?
Don't forget that, Cole. SmackDown's going to show Raw what real superstars are made of.
I'm still on... I'm on the SmackDown side, and I'm a Raw guy, so you're going to have a Raw guy win the match for you. So that's not exactly SmackDown showing off, is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Survivor Series live on pay-per-view. I'm good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and what a spectacle this co-promotion of Raw and SmackDown is going to be.
No doubt about it, JR. Raw and SmackDown superstars trying to survive a Hell in a Cell match for the Intercontinental title.
This ought to be one for the ages. It's not every day that the Raw superstars find themselves in the ring against a SmackDown superstar. You can literally feel the tension in the air.
So we have an absolutely mammoth Hell in a Cell match here, so it's a little bit hard to see in the cage right now, but trust me, we have Christian, Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, Triple H, John Cena, and Shawn Michaels facing me, the Intercontinental Champion, in this Armageddon Hell in a Cell match. Now this is a cross-brand, even though this is a cross-brand match, everyone is essentially out to get me. So I'm gonna immediately leave the cage and just let other people kind of come out here and find me, I guess. I think if I climb the cage, I might have a chance at maybe winning the match. If they come out of the ring though and start climbing this cage with me, then we could potentially have a bit of a problem. Okay, so the vast majority of people have now joined the top of the cage, which isn't ideal, but that's fine, we can live with that. Of course, if we break the panel in the middle of the cage, we would actually then... Oh, that could have been a 3 count. That was close. Then we'd be back in the middle of the ring. But, I mean, Shawn doesn't have really any damage to his... Oh my god, everyone's just falling off the cage now. Oh, I didn't mean to actually slam through the cage there, but, I mean, it works either way. I think Triple H might... Oh, I was going to say, if Triple H gets back into the cage, which he failed, we could potentially get a cheeky little 3 count here, although Shawn is not injured enough to get the 3 count. I'm going to leave the ring again, because this is not going to work for me. I don't even know how I had a finisher, to be honest. I feel like I hadn't done enough moves to get a finisher, but whatever. Oh my god, I fell into the ring with Shawn. Oh no! And Rey Mysterio with a pinfall, and Rey Mysterio gets the pinfall on Triple H. So we have, unfortunately, after all my mocking, we've lost the IC title against Rey Mysterio in this Hell in a Cell match. I think if I had gotten up before Shawn there, I might have actually won that. But that is unfortunate. A SmackDown superstar has won. God damn it. He's won the IC title. How does that work then? Have we just lost the belt, or does he get transferred over? Okay, Raw keeps the belt. Okay, so Ray's just gonna start working on Mondays, I suppose. Oh, that's unfortunate. We did lose the Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series, but the odds were definitely stacked against us there. So the season just jumped us from November all the way to January. So there was no December pay-per-view, I suppose. I don't know what's going on there. I guess that's just how the season mode plays, but that seems really weird that it just jumped us a whole month. But either way, I guess we're on the road to WrestleMania. Or before even that, the road to Royal Rumble. I'm back and better than ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are less than 4 weeks away from the cross-branded spectacular, the Royal Rumble.
It'd be really ironic if you gave me a title match against Rey to take my title back.
And in a break from tradition, I've decided that if a Raw superstar wins the Royal Rumble, he'll get a shot at the World Heavyweight title 4 weeks before WrestleMania.
Oh shit. So, at No Way Out.
That means the Royal Rumble winner could go on to WrestleMania as the champion, guaranteeing him the biggest match and the biggest paycheck of his life.
Okay.
I've chosen the 15 superstars who will represent Raw in the 30-man Royal Rumble. And over the next few weeks, we'll be having a series of matches to decide the order of entry into the Royal Rumble.
Oh, the order of entry. I was like, if we have to qualify then that's not the 15 guys that you want.
And you enter later.
You win matches, you get a higher number, and you enter later. Okay, so basically, I'm in the Rumble. Well, I hope I'm in the Rumble, and if I win the matches over the next few weeks, I'm going to get a higher number and enter later in the Rumble. If I lose these matches, though, I'll enter earlier.
If you lose matches,
yeah,
you enter the Royal Rumble earlier.
That's what I said.
And you know, King, the higher your number, the better chance you have of winning the Royal Rumble.
You're absolutely right, JR. If you get number 30, you're in great shape. But if you draw number 1, you might as well call it quits.
Statistically speaking now, in 2026, I think number 1 and number 30 are as equally lucky. So the numbers don't actually mean anything, unfortunately, anymore. It used to be definitely that number 1 was like the worst number you could possibly get. I think now it's like, I don't know if it's like 18 is like the unluckiest number or something. Our first match then against Edge determines where we may enter in the Rumble. Of course, we need to win this match to improve our odds at entering later in the Rumble. Of course, if we lose though, then we do end up with a lower number. Now, I don't think we're going to know our specific number until maybe closer to the Rumble, but I have to assume that literally it's like you start at number 1, and every match that you win beyond that will increase your chances of entering later. So who knows what our maximum number entry can be. Hopefully we can get number 30. That would be like an ideal win, but hey, who knows where we end up on this road to Royal Rumble. Now, we are sadly wrestling here without the Intercontinental Championship, which is fine. You know, it's very, very much unfortunate, but we can now finally move on to better pastures, and what better time really to look beyond the Intercontinental Championship. If we look beyond the IC title, what do you see? Do you see what I see? I see the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, as Bischoff said, we may end up facing the World Heavyweight Champion 4 weeks before WrestleMania, which would probably put us at No Way Out. But if we end up facing Randy Orton at No Way Out and winning the World Heavyweight Championship, then I guess we go into WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion, and who knows who we'll end up facing, because if there's no Rumble to determine the #1 contender at WrestleMania, then I guess we could really be facing anyone. Oh, the walls of Jericho locked in, middle of the ring, Edge with red body damage. If I keep the pressure on, I think he's going to submit, and he does, which means that we win the first match here, and hopefully that increases our entry number by a fair margin, hopefully. 10. So we're entering at number 10, I presume. 10 or 11.
So he's at number 11 now?
11. There we are.
Great start, JR.
All right, so number 11 is a good space to be. Oh, we can actually see the entry there. So Shawn Michaels is number 10. How did you get to number 10? How does that work? We've won 11. Triple H won number 12. All right, so basically entrant number 1, 2, and 3. Not sure how that makes any sense, though, because you'd be entrant 0, 1. Entrant number 0 is Shawn. I was entrant number 1. Triple H is entrant number 2. So the numbers don't add up, but that's okay. That doesn't matter. Either way, we are at number 11 in the Rumble. I'm assuming then if we win next week's match, we will be at entrant number 21, I presume. Our next match then to determine our next entrant number is against the Rabid Wolverine once again, Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit is someone we have faced several times in this season mode already. Edge last week, I didn't say much about it, but we haven't really faced Edge that much during this whole thing. Benoit is someone we have faced a few times. In fact, we even faced him at a pay-per-view. We faced him at Bad Blood when the the contendership was non-determinable. We chose to face Benoit. Well, we didn't choose. The game chose that we were facing Benoit as a substitute instead, and we ended up winning that match. Of course, now, again, we are titleless. We're maidenless, so we don't have the Intercontinental Championship at this current point, but we're fighting for something potentially more prestigious. Winning the Royal Rumble is more important right now than regaining our Intercontinental Championship, because if we win the Royal Rumble, then we do go on to face Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. I was expecting them to kick out. I didn't think that we had done enough damage there to get that pinfall, because I had a finisher and I was prepared to use it, but oh well, that's a 3 count right there. But hey, we shouldn't say that like a bad thing. That means that we do progress on to 21 in the Royal Rumble, so that means that we're past the halfway point, which is nice. Are we gonna have to sit through the whole Rumble to get to that point though? Or is the game gonna let me just join at the later? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we can see here Shawn Michaels entrant number 20, Jericho number 21, and Triple H number 22. So they also won their matches. And here's the 3 of us crowded around the TV. At least we're actually watching the TV like normal people, unlike normal wrestlers who watch it at like a 45-degree angle.
We've all been having the same kind of luck out there. You guys look good out there tonight. Good luck in the Rumble.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just glad my entry number's so close to you two losers. I figure that's 2 easy eliminations right there.
You're such a dick. I didn't even say anything to that. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'll beat you guys. It's fine. Oh, he's Nokia's ringing. Is that his? Yeah, oh my god, he's got a flip phone. That's like a Motorola Razr right there. Who's he calling?
Yeah, I did okay tonight, but I could really use a hand next week.
Oh no, what's he planning? Who's he on the
That's
phone
right.
to?
Like we talked about before.
What?
So I can count on you for some help next week? Great. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, Kurt.
Kurt? Oh no.
What the? Is
He's
he actually asking Kurt Angle for help?
Look, we know full well that Triple H does not work Tuesdays or Fridays, so he must be asking Kurt for something major, and I have a feeling it's going to end up screwing me over somehow.
That can't be it, JR. There's got to be another explanation.
He must be talking to a different Kurt. It must be like Curtis Connor or something.
Well,
I don't know. It can't be Kurt Angle, surely. Did the 3 of us just hang out all the time backstage? Why are we just all lingering around each other?
Pretty close to each other in the Royal Rumble qualifying matches. So I thought I'd shake things up a little bit with a no disqualification triple threat match between you 3 tonight.
Of course. I had a funny feeling. I didn't say it, but I was like, I guess if we ended up facing each other, then Kurt could help Triple H get the win. But yeah, whatever.
Whoever wins advances in the entry order. Whoever gets pinned or taps out drops a few spots. The third man stays at the same position. Good luck out there tonight, gentlemen.
I'm gonna try my best to win, and if I don't win, then I'd like to be the guy who doesn't get pinned, because at least then I can keep 21, which is not a bad position to be. You know, the referee's shouting at me for exposing 2 turnbuckles, but you know what? This is a no disqualification triple threat match. When you know what that means. That means I'm going for my trusty sledgehammer. It hasn't failed me yet, so I'm going to keep using it as much as possible. Charlie Haas interrupting. That's a really random guy to be running in here. But you know what? Actually, that kind of makes some sense, I suppose. Charlie Haas could be a Raw, I guess he's a Raw superstar, right? Or a SmackDown superstar. So he's out here, obviously, trying to even the odds, I guess, for Triple H. So he may be on everyone else's side, I guess. I'm going to nail Triple H in the balls. Of course, that's what I did in a previous match as well, where I was just destroying Triple H's balls for like the entire match. I'm going to do the same here to Shawn. In the balls. You do have to win the match in the ring, though, so I am gonna have to get him in the ring. I'm gonna hope that Charlie Haas can't break up the pinfalls in the ring. I'm gonna hope that he's locked outside of the ring. To be fair, I was the guy that took the action out of the ring, and that might have been my first mistake. Although it looks like we're maybe getting back in the ring now, thankfully, so we can deal some damage to the old Shawn Michaels here. Okay, thankfully we are back in the ring now, but the odds are slightly against me. Charlie Haas still outside the ring, being a bit of a nuisance. We need to just try and do our best here as we aim to win this match. Of course, it is obviously easier said than done. Triple H leaving the ring for that table could potentially... Oh, no. So Charlie Haas can come in and he can break up the pinfalls. So this is actually going to be really, really hard to win now, even though I'm in a position where I could possibly win the match. I think the odds are certainly stacked against me here. Oh, I could go for a sneaky roll-up, though, on Shawn. Hopefully Charlie Haas doesn't break it up, and he does. That is really unfortunate for me, but that's okay. I will... well, I say I'll survive. I don't know if I will. There were rope breaks in a fucking no DQ match. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This could be it. This could be it. I wasn't even paying attention, but yes! Yes! Submissions for the win. I just went for the move randomly, but I saw that Charlie Haas was taunting and Triple H and Shawn was selling. So like that was just, I can't believe I actually got the win there. That's crazy. So that means I've actually, oh wait, I've came in number 30. Oh, well, I guess I've got other things to worry about right now, like getting my ass kicked by Team SmackDown apparently.
I can't believe it either, JR. It looks like the Royal Rumble's come early.
Well, we don't look like victors here, but I have won this match. And I beat Triple H as well, so ironically, Triple H's plan has entirely backfired because he'll be entering at like number, I don't know, 11, I guess. And I'll be entering at number 30, hopefully. Well, by the numbers that we were given before, we'd be entering at number 31.
What was that all about, Angle? Why did one of your superstars just interfere in one of my matches?
Why? Exactly.
Well, you see, Eric, you haven't done such a good job of keeping your superstars happy. And just a few minutes ago, one of your unhappiest superstars teamed up with a member of my show to teach 2 of your top stars a lesson.
So what, Triple H is like actually defected to SmackDown then?
Now, we both know that his contract is up right after WrestleMania.
Oh, drama.
So just imagine if he won the World Heavyweight Championship, retained it at WrestleMania, and then signed with me. My ratings would go through the roof when he showed up on my show and dropped your piece of trash title in the garbage where it belongs.
Oh, of course. Okay, we get it. Eric Bischoff did that back in the day with the women's belt. We get it.
I can't believe this, King. Kurt Angle is conspiring to steal the World Heavyweight Championship from Raw.
Well, he didn't even do that for the IC title. I had the IC title, and he didn't even do anything with it. So
blow up this Sunday at the Royal Rumble.
Spectacular and a joint promotion of Raw and SmackDown. And what a show it's going to be, folks. I'm Jim Ross, along with my broadcast partner, Jerry the King Lawler.
You know, JR, the Royal Rumble is one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. 30 Raw and SmackDown superstars battling in an over-the-top rope battle royal for a title opportunity before WrestleMania.
It's the only place you'll see Raw and SmackDown superstars in the same ring. Unless you happen to be watching Raw this past Monday.
This was terrible, JR, and it might get even worse. The Royal Rumble match could be the first step in Kurt Angle's master plan to steal the World Heavyweight title from Raw at WrestleMania.
We can only hope that a loyal Raw superstar wins the Rumble tonight.
So the Royal Rumble begins now. This is the 30-man Royal Rumble. Of course, I know that I'm entering at number 30 because I've won all the qualifying matches up to this point, but the match has to play out from entrant number 1. So I think for the time being, I'm going to let these guys fight it out. We're going to skip ahead to when I enter the match, or just before, just so that we can see the final kind of few entrants. And then, yeah, we'll see if we can actually win this Royal Rumble here. So Triple H has just entered the ring. This was number 20... In fact, no, it's not even number 20. It's because there's 13 left. So that means it's number 17 or something. I'm really bad at maths, okay? I can't discalculate. I can't do maths in my head. I don't know. But either way, he's in the late teens here, and yeah, he is probably not going to win this match, but we'll keep an eye on Triple H as this match continues here. Entrant number 20 entering the ring, Shawn Michaels here. Of course, Triple H is still in the ring, and Bubba has just been ejected there by the Big Show, so the ring is going to start populating with some of the big hitters here, and Shawn may be the start of that. But yes, Triple H being hit with the unprettier there. So Triple H, even though he came in with technically a worse number, he still managed to make it this far. Shawn Michaels being ejected by the Big Show, though, that weight class coming into Showcase here, immediately eliminating Shawn. He didn't even have a chance to recover. So Shawn's dreams of reaching WrestleMania as champion are gone, as are Christian's, as he's just been eliminated by the newly crowned Intercontinental Champion Rey Mysterio. Of course, Charlie Haas also playing a part in the story, just entering there at number 22. Amazingly, he had a better number there than Triple H and Shawn Michaels, which is kind of mad to me, as H is hit with the 619. Entering next is Batista, the Animal, and we are very closely approaching my number, which is number 30. Entering a little late in the Rumble here, Shelton Benjamin at the top of the screen, attacking Triple H on the edge of the ring there, but Shelton was at the very beginning of this storyline. He was my first, I guess, tag team partner. I didn't really want to be tag team partners with him, but he put himself into my business, and I ended up being his tag team partners. So interesting to see that Shelton is actually part of the end of this Rumble here, as we count down quickly to number 25 in this Rumble. Rene Dupree going for one hell of a death driver thing there. That was crazy. Big Show being eliminated by Hardcore Holly and Charlie Haas, teaming up to eliminate the big guy, and that means actually that everyone else, this ring just became a lot safer for everyone in the ring. Big Show, because of his weight class, because he was a super heavyweight, was able to throw most people over the ropes without any minigame. He was able to eliminate Shawn Michaels with basically no effort. Entering next in the Royal Rumble, though, Shelton Benjamin not able to get back into the ring. Triple H eliminating Shelton Benjamin there. But we have the Rabid Wolverine, Chris Benoit, entering the ring, and he manages to stay in for another number, thankfully, as we have entrant number 20-something entering now, Eddie Guerrero. So one thing that Triple H needs to look out for late in the late stages of this match is body damage. Now, if you have a red body damage area, it doesn't matter where it is, if it's the head, arms, body, legs, doesn't matter. If you have red body damage at any limb on your body, you will be eliminated immediately when you're thrown over the top rope. Now, Triple H has an orange head, so if he takes any more head damage in this match, he could potentially get red damage, and if red head damage, sorry. And if that is the case, then anytime he goes near the ropes, over the top ropes, he'll be instantly eliminated. No minigame, no coming backs. H has managed to outlast everyone else in the storyline. So I think at this point, it is really just me left to come in. So you see Rene Dupree has red body damage. So if he goes over the top rope, just as Triple H has done, then Rene has been eliminated, which leaves room now for entrant number 29 to enter the Royal Rumble. And we don't know who number 29 is going to be. I actually thought it was going to be Shawn, because, well, I guess Shawn stayed at the same position he was at. But number 29 is the Undertaker. Undertaker does always come in quite late in these Rumbles. But there he is. This is our first time seeing the dead man in this game. And he's immediately going for the last ride on Chris Benoit, which is actually pretty hardcore as hell. But that means that there's only one more entrant, so we need somebody to be eliminated. I think Taker is classed as a super heavyweight, so he could potentially start eliminating people willy-nilly if he chose to. But the last entrant we know is going to be me, Chris Jericho, and if we win this match, then we go into No Mercy to face Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, if Triple H wins, there is an ulterior motive here that Kurt Angle wants to steal the World Heavyweight Championship from Raw. So I guess if Triple H was to win, or if any SmackDown superstar was to win, then there is a potential that the World Heavyweight Championship could be stolen. We have now entered the Royal Rumble, so this is our chance to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going to keep us on this camera so you can see a little bit more of what's going on. Triple H's health bar, I'm actually covering Triple H's health bar as he's on the apron there, but he still has orange head damage, so we don't know necessarily what state he's going to be in when we get our hands on him. But that's to say as well, I could lose this match. You know, we can lose here. A Royal Rumble is very, very easy to lose. So it's not unreasonable for us to not make it to the end of this match, even with the number 30 entrance. You know, number 30 doesn't guarantee you a win, it just gives you a much better opportunity. So, you know, if I was on the apron and two people ganged up on me, I would probably be eliminated. I need to mash for my life if that was the case. I'm going to kind of let these guys just kind of fight out. I'll join Hardcore Holly here, see if we can get the dead man out of the ring. We are unable to, unfortunately, but that's okay, because that just means that you know, even if they come back into the ring, that isn't the worst thing ever, because it just means that their bar is like half full now, so there's a much better chance of eliminating the dead man. Hardcore Holly, I think, has red head damage, so Triple H immediately eliminating Hardcore Holly, which is actually kind of annoying, because now when you eliminate someone in this game, their ring out meter refills. So as you may have saw there, Triple H's ring out meter actually filled back up because he eliminated Hardcore Holly. So that means really at this point, we want to get Triple H into red body damage, and he's still in orange. So he is proving to be a bit of a nuisance here. Oh, he's got red body damage now, so we can actually try and eliminate him. We're going to throw him over the ropes, and Triple H has been eliminated. I maybe shouldn't have actually used that finisher. I'm not sure if you can use finishers to get back into the ring, but I maybe should have kept that. That was probably quite silly to use it against The Undertaker. But at least now we know for sure that The Undertaker is not, Triple H is not going to make it to WrestleMania. Well, he might make it to WrestleMania, but he's not making it to No Way Out to face for the Raw World Heavyweight Championship. He'll need to figure out his own path to WrestleMania, as we are hoping, you know, it's never guaranteed, but we're hoping to win the Royal Rumble here. It's going to be really, really hard, though. I would be awesome to try and get Taker over the ropes, actually. It'd be really cool to get Taker over the ropes, considering that John's actually in a worse state. Oh, I'm going to help John. I'm going to help John eliminate. There we are. So we're down to the final two, which is going to be John Cena and Chris Jericho. Oh man, this is going to be one hell of a fight here. If I can get John in red health, he will basically be immediately eliminated, and I do have a finisher, so I'm actually gonna risk it for a biscuit. I'm gonna risk the Enziguri to give him red health, which I've done, and we can now just immediately throw John Cena over the top rope. Easy for me to say. And we have won the Royal Rumble, entering at number 30, which, you know, a lot of people may not like, because we have basically just appeared and won the match at the end. But It was not easy. It was not easy. But it does mean we're going on to No Way Out, sorry, to win, hopefully win, the World Heavyweight Championship.
I think this might be the best Royal Rumble ever.
And that's going to be us for today. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Season Mode Sundays. We made it through the Royal Rumble, which was really challenging. I know it seemed maybe like it was easy, but you always have that like nervousness in your stomach. I had in my chest there a little lurch. Like, you never know when you're going to get eliminated from the Royal Rumble. So I'm glad that we were able to come in at number 30 and win that Rumble as well. Losing the Intercontinental Championship is not a bad thing. It now means that we can go on to much better things. And we're now on the road to WrestleMania to face for that World Heavyweight Championship. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing and liking the video to tell me that you did like the video and you want to see more. But with that being said, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.